everybody.
Larry and Melissa from Tri-County Golf Ranch. And Larry, we get asked quite a bit what our teaching method is. And we kind of don't have a teaching method. So,
because no one's built the same.
Right, absolutely. Every player is different. But we have a couple of things that we're trying to achieve in the motion. And, you know, I've had lessons from a guy named Rick, who was Ballard's assistant. I've taken lessons from Ed Oldfield. I've actually had Barb Mucha in the cart next to me while I was playing an event because her player, she couldn't ride with her player because the cart was full. So she actually rode with me for a few holes.
What'd she say to you?
Well, she talked about golf being boring. And nobody wants to hear that.
Right.
That, you know, we're looking for fancy. We're looking for making birdie every time.
Right.
On every hole. And she said, you know, you got to keep it in front of you. And it's actually boring. You're looking for boring.
Right.
And it's hard to accept that.
Right.
Everyone's looking for shiny and glittery and what they see on TV and not understanding that even par on the LPGA Tour, if you went out and shot even par every single round on the LPGA Tour, you would make quite a bit of money.
You would do good. You would do really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And PGA Tour, if you go out and shoot 71 almost every time you play, you're going to do pretty good.
That's right.
And but we're all looking for the 64s and 65s every time we play golf, and it's just it's not really there.
That's right.
So, but you've taken plenty of lessons from Ballard and Toski and both Harmons and Flick, and you've talked to Ledbetter, and you've had lunch with Nicholas
and Haney
and Hank Haney, and that's kind of how all of our information. It's like this melting pot. We've taken little things from each one and said, hey, you know what? That's a really great thought, or that might help a student achieve a certain thing. And so what we've come up with then is we work really hard on setup, and that's dictated by the shape of the body, virtually. The length of the arms, the length of the legs, the length of the torso. Right. And then we do work on alignment, but we basically believe the legs are just our foundation, and that we have to create rotation. And then at some point you have to be able to put that energy into the golf ball. And hopefully that is at impact. And when we see students do those things, the golf ball's launching higher and they're getting more distance because they've generated more club head speed. But anytime we see a student try to jump, or if we try to give them a cue about using their legs, they start to move all over the place. Club head speed actually slows down. They lose distance. They lose this idea of consistency. I mean, everyone thinks that they can hit the golf ball straight, but in reality, the golf ball has some kind of spin on it. And,
well, it should have a spin because of the shape of the body and the way it works.
Absolutely. So this idea of consistency, which we don't really necessarily believe in, we kind of believe in being adaptable to the situation. But you know, it just depends on the student. But we do have like 3 things we're kind of looking for and that we're trying to achieve.
We're trying to make it as simple as we can.
Absolutely.
No matter what, we're all trying to get back to this position right here where we can hit it as straight as we can, which the word straight is kind of a misword, but you know, we're all trying to get to here so we can get the golf ball in front of us going that way towards our target.
Absolutely.
So there's no... It's
not glittery.
It's not
sparkly.
Perfect, you know, and it goes back to, we've seen some of the prettiest swings on tour that's never produced a win.
Absolutely.
We've seen some of the goofiest looking swings on tour that produces numerous wins.
Because it's repeatable.
It's repeatable. They can repeat it.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And then we see some of the kind of the young guys coming on tour that swing out of their shoes. Yeah. And now we're starting to see that their bodies don't hold up as long doing that. So they're making changes, and they start actually talking about a lot of the stuff that we've already been talking about for a while now. Right.
That's exactly right.
So if you have any questions,
guys,
on our method, unmethod.
It's called simple. How can we get the golf ball from point A to point B as quick as we can?
Absolutely.
That's exactly right.
Send us an email, text, call, show up.
Subscribe. Check us out.
Come on over.
Thanth you.
Thanks. Hi, it's Larry and Melissa again. Thanks so much for watching our videos. If you have any questions or want to get in touch with us, you can email us. You can call us. Text us. But be sure to subscribe.
Down on the bottom down there.
Thank you.